In today's video, I am going to be bringing back something that I did last preseason, and that is called the NFL Shock Meter. Essentially what that is a tier list where I go over every single NFL team and I tell you just how surprised I would be if they made the playoffs. Funny to do this because I remember last year I had the Seahawks and Giants in like the furthest category from making it, and they both made it. So it's like, how wrong can I really be? However, before we start this video, use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks. It'll save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. Also, you can use code WYATT10 to save yourself a discount on any Waggle merch. Link is in the description. But now I'm done talking. We can wrap up this intro and get into the shock meter. Okay, so here is today's list. At the top, we've got the teams where I'd be hospitalized if they made the playoffs. I wouldn't believe it. Under that, we've got teams where I'd be pretty shook. In the middle, we've got teams where I can low-key see them making a playoff run. However, I'd still be shocked if they made it. Under that, we've got teams that I would not be surprised if they made it. And bottoming out, we've got teams where I would be shocked if they didn't, meaning I think it's a stone cold set fact that they're making it. I hope that makes some sense. If not, I'm sure you'll catch on. Anyway, the first team we got is Jacksonville. Look, I'm not putting them down here yet, but I'm gonna put them here. I will not be surprised if they make it. Things can go wrong, and maybe the Titans will be great. I could eat my words on that all year long. However, judging by the team they exited last season as, and with the addition of Calvin Ridley, who looks like he's gonna be unstoppable, this team is on track to take the division again and walk right into the playoffs. Their defense kind of worries me a little bit too. I think they're good, but I think they're still gonna be a little inconsistent. Moving on, we got Miami. I would not be surprised if they made the playoffs either. I'm not gonna put them way down here where I would be shocked if they didn't make the playoffs because last year they almost missed it. But you gotta assume with a healthy Tua, a majority healthy team, and Jalen Ramsey coming back in December, like they're gonna be in a spot to make the playoffs. They're gonna be in a spot to take the division. But as always, you know, things can go wrong like they did last year. Third team is the Lions, and they're not going to be down in the bottom either, where I'd be shocked if they didn't make the playoffs. They're the Lions. I can't be that high on them, but I'm not going to be surprised if they do make it. They're set up for success. This is set up to be their year. Red hot momentum, hell of an improved defense, a great coach, a great quarterback. I think it's all there. Moving on, we got the Saints. Oh, I can low-key see them making the playoffs, but I'm still going to be a little bit shocked if they do because I think Dennis Allen is incapable. I've said that a million times. That is my only reasoning there. Their roster is elite, dude. They have a really good team, but I think their coach just stinks. Up next, we got the Falcons, and I would not be shocked if they made it. They're actually my pick to take the South. I think they got the best coach. I think their defense is actually good now, and their offense really has an unlimited ceiling now with the addition of Bijan Robinson. Like, seriously, you got Bijan, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts. That is a very young elite core if they all remain healthy, and if Desmond can throw the ball. But like I said, they're my pick to win the South, and I would not be shocked if they made the playoffs. All right, moving on, we got Green Bay. And now I know I talk a lot of ish about them, well, mainly their coach, but I could low-key see them making the playoffs, but I would still be shocked because if they made the playoffs, then it would have to be a weird division where the top team only has about 9 wins. I think Green Bay is going to have a very slow start because getting used to Jordan Love from Aaron Rodgers in actual game scenarios, it's gonna be weird. But their defense is still elite. Even though I don't love their receivers, I think they're capable. I think they have a great running back duo. It's just what can Matt LaFleur do? And if I was a betting man, I would just say, this year, they're probably not gonna go. Up next, we got the Eagles. I would be shocked if they didn't make the playoffs. Come on now. Who doesn't expect them to make the playoffs? Especially in the NFC, where everybody's terrible. Like, it is almost statistically more possible for Christ to walk Earth than it is for Philly to not make the playoffs. I'm just saying. Moving on, we got the Chiefs. I would be shocked if they didn't make the playoffs. They're the Chiefs, okay? Let's move on. Moving on, we got the Texans. I would be hospitalized in the best way possible. I love this team and I want them to succeed, but I don't expect it. They play in the AFC. This is not a place for a first-year coach in a rebuilding team. However, we can't count them out because Nick Sirianni did it in the NFC a couple years ago. They don't have an easy path for him, but I think they're gonna do better than they did last year, just not the playoffs. Now we got the Rams. I'd be pretty shook. I wouldn't be hospitalized under the circumstance that it's Sean McVay, and I think that if he has a healthy enough roster where he can get a scheme together, he can be as deadly as anybody. Now, do I expect them to do good? Absolutely not, but they still have Aaron Donald, they still have Cooper Kupp, they still have Matt Stafford. They could throw something together, but will they? I wouldn't bet on it, and I'd be pretty damn shocked if they did. And now we got the Bears. I'd be pretty shook. Their team got a lot better, and I pointed out the statistic that, you know, they had lost 6 games post-trade last year. That was by 1 score. Like, they were really close to not being ass. So you gotta give them some credit here, you know? Like, they could go off. but I'd be shocked as fuck if they did. Like, I think they'll win, 6, 7 games, maybe 8 max, and that's my cap. Now we got the Panthers. I can definitely low-key see them making the playoffs, but I'd still slightly be surprised, just due to the fact that, it's Frank Reich, his first year there, Bryce Young's first year ever. Pretty much have a completely new offense, if I'm being honest, especially with the additions of Miles Sanders and Adam Thielen and DJ Chark. Like, it's just a lot of new there. However, it's not bad, and their defense, I think, is good. The division isn't going to be the hardest, so there is a chance that they make it. I just wouldn't bet money on it. Now we got the Giants. I won't be shocked if they make it, honestly. I think they're roughly the 7th best team in the NFC, so that would land them a playoff spot. Dayball knows how to work with Danny. Darren Waller is apparently unguardable, and Daniel Jones loves to throw to him. Love the defense they got going there. I like the team, honestly. I would not be shocked if they made it. Moving on, we got the Jets, and this is just me being honest, not trying to be a troll. I can low-key see you guys making it, but I don't expect it. I don't expect it because I don't think you're going to win the division this year. I don't think that's going to happen. It could, but I just wouldn't bet that Rodgers going to come in his first year, and they're going to dethrone the back-to-back-to-back defending Bills and the red-hot Dolphins. Okay, and if I'm right and they don't do that, then they're competing for the hardest wild card spots in the league, which, again, they could make, but I just don't expect it. That's just me being honest. I think the team's got it, but I think other teams in the conference and division are better. Moving on, we got the Steelers. I can low-key see them making it, but I'd be a little bit shocked too. Again, they're in one of the hardest divisions and one of the hardest conferences. I don't have them winning the AFC North, therefore they're going to be competing for a wild card spot, and I will never write off Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, but I also probably wouldn't bet money on them to make it either. Now we've got Dallas. I'd be shocked if they didn't. They're too good to fail. That's plain and simple, man. Did you see them last year? Why the fuck would they be any worse? They got better. And that'll bring us to the Bengals. I wouldn't be shocked if they made it. I mean, they got one of the best offenses in all of football. Yeah, I know they lost both their safeties, so defensively they might be slightly crippled. But even if the team does allow an extra touchdown a game, I don't think it matters because they've always lived under the mentality of fuck it, we'll just outscore you. Now we got the 49ers. I'd be shocked if they didn't. They play in the easier conference and they play in one of the easiest divisions in the league. Their only real competition that I see is Seattle. This is a team that battles injuries every single year. They never have the game plan that they open the season with after about week 5. Yet they're always okay. They're always on top of it. Now we got the Bucks, hospitalized. And it's sad that I'm saying that because I think you guys still have a loaded roster. I think your roster is so good. Defense, offense, everything besides quarterback, really. But much like the Saints in the worst way possible, I think your coach is just the weight of the team. He is holding you guys down so much. It's Todd Bowles, man. He has never been a good head coach and he never will be. This man struggled to go 8-9 with Tom Brady in a division as ass as the NFC South. We got the Bills. I will have cardiac arrest if they don't make the playoffs. They've got a healthier defense than they had last year with both safeties being here. Trey White being at his fullest extent. Von Miller will be back soon. Offense is still the same with the addition of Kincaid. Like, if the Bills don't make the playoffs, I will simply die. Now we got the Commanders. Break. All I see there is 4th place in the NFC East, and 4th place is not going to make the playoffs. Moving on, we got the Browns. I don't have the balls to put them in the bottom, but I'm not going to be shocked if they make it. You guys might be, but Uncle Wyatt ain't. So it's going to be the Browns' year, man. They're going to be elite. Now we got the Broncos. Oh, fuck. Wouldn't be shocked if they made it. We'll leave it there. They got Sean Payton. I believe he's a missing link to an already elite team. That was a disaster last year simply due to a bad coach. Moving on, we got the Cardinals. I'd be dead. I would just think that if I saw on TV the Cardinals made the playoffs, that my life had ended and I was living in an alternate universe. Now we got the Titans. I know, again, I've been talking ish. I don't expect them to make the playoffs, but I could low-key see them doing it. Just due to Mike Vrabel. Look at the team he had 2 years ago when he still had A.J. Brown. Okay, they got D-Hop. They're going to have some sort of a passing offense again, as well as their running offense. And their defense, even though it might be somewhat inconsistent, is never really bad. Like, this is a team that even if they don't win the division, they could still have a wild card spot open. Now we got the Chargers. I can low-key see them making it, but I'd be slightly shocked just due to the fact that I believe Denver is going to finish ahead of them and Brandon Staley is an imbecile. Last year was a chance for this team to make some noise, like better than ever, and they still shit the bed with it. They might have made the playoffs and they ended up blowing one of the biggest playoff leads in NFL history. Little faith. Moving on, we got the Vikings. Again, low-key, maybe could see them making it, but I would still be shocked. I'm apparently one of the only honest people in Minnesota, man. Their defense is gonna be bad. Yeah, they got Flores, that's great, but Byron Murphy and Marcus Davenport is not just gonna turn the worst defense in the fucking league into gold. Their offense is gonna be elite. They're always gonna have the Bengals argument, but it's the Vikings. They piss opportunities away more than Antonio Brown. Now we got the Colts. I'd be dead. I would flat out die, just like the Cardinals. As of this moment, it sounds like they are not going to have a running back other than Deion Jackson, because Zach Moss broke his arm, I'm pretty sure. Like, they're screwed. New coach, new quarterback, barely any offensive weapons. Like, it's a disaster. Moving on, we got Seattle. I wouldn't be shocked if they made the playoffs at all. I think they're an excellent team. I don't expect them to win the division, even though they could, but they'll make a wild card. Had an excellent draft. They got Bobby Wagner, man. Their defense probably going to be in the top 15 again. This is a team that I wrote off last year, and I'm still eating shit for it today. Moving on, we got the Patriots. I know they hate hearing this, but I'd be shook. Even with Bill O'Brien, I still think your offense is not going to have the power it needs to win games. Defense, yeah, it's going to be good. They're always good, man. And Christian Gonzalez is going to be a monster. I just don't think they're going to be able to score a lot of points. Moving on, we got the Raiders. I'd be pretty shook. Don't expect them to make it either. I mean, their team just hasn't ever been good since acquiring Josh McDaniels, let alone really ever been good ever. They're in probably the hardest division in the league and the hardest conference in football. Seeing them finish above at least Denver in the Chargers plus a top 7 spot in the AFC, it seems completely unlikely. And finally, we've got the Ravens, the best for last. Low-key see them making it, but I'd be shocked. I think their team is good, but I don't think they're that good. And I've spoke volumes on their offense before that people don't like to hear, but as much as their offense improved, I don't really think it improved all that much. They got a tough race, like I said. Maybe they will make it, but I'd be shocked. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be all for this year's edition of the Shock Meter. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you already know what to do to show any support. Just comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I try to post every single day. With everything I just said, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Possibly a stream later, so watch out for that. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next video.